Welcome to the newest installment of the Untitled Film Nerd Project. My name is Philip, and joining me as always is TJ.
Hello.
We march on with our fourth annual 31 Days of Horror, where we watch a different horror movie every single night in October. Today marks day 9, and our movie for tonight was Better Watch Out. I can't say enough good things about this movie.
Exactly.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was kind of a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, two things. One, this is why I avoid spoilers.
Uh-huh.
Movies like this are why I'm a spoiler Nazi. I hate to say that, but it's the only way to describe. You know me. I hate spoilers with a passion. I have unfriended people because they did it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds kind of petty, but when you're like, hey, I don't like spoilers, and they're like, hey, guess what happened in this movie? And they keep doing it, I don't need to know you. If you're going to be a dick, then you don't need to be my friend. You're really cool about it, of course. But this movie is indicative of why I try to remain as spoiler-free as possible. I will sometimes not even browse the synopsis on IMDb.
To be fair, some of the synopses on IMDb suck.
Right.
Spoilers.
Right, yeah. This one, I had a vague idea just by the title and kind of the poster.
Mm-hmm.
But point number 2, I was not expecting this movie.
Yeah.
At all.
Like, I watched the trailer.
Oh, okay.
And the trailer had me thinking it was a completely different movie.
Ah.
And I will, I'm not going to give it huge credit to whoever made the trailer because there is some things that were spoiled in it, but still, I had expectation for a different movie, and I'm glad that we got this movie.
Yeah,
this was phenomenal.
I just did my written review while you were finishing up, and the writer-director combo team. I think it's like Zach Kahn and I can't remember the other guy's name. The guy who actually directed it. They're like relatively new to feature-length movie writing and directing. And kudos. To be able to produce something like this, especially in a movie where the younger cast carries the film.
And holy shit, did that kid carry the film.
I cannot say enough good things about Levi Miller, who played Luke.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. Watch out for him.
Yeah.
Watch out for him. Just to go from being sympathetic to a fucking psychopath.
Uh-huh.
And do it well. I wrote in my notes a couple times just how good he was at just without saying a word, using his face.
Uh-huh.
There was one scene, oh crap. He was sitting in front of Ashley, and he was kind of trying to say something, but he wasn't saying anything. He kept making these really funny facial expressions.
Yeah, I know exactly the scene that you're talking about.
He'd smile, then stop, then go ooh, and then stop, and then smile again. I'm like, that's just a brilliant bit of acting.
Uh-huh.
And or direction, whatever. I mean, let's give credit to the director. I mean, if he directed him to do that, then awesome.
Yeah.
It really kind of hinted at the psychosis going on that we'd see later. Yeah.
And it's just each event that happened, it's just holy shit, how crazy is this kid? And not only that, but how methodically crazy is this kid?
Exactly. He had that psychopathy, but he had it laid out. He is the scariest kind.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, it's just when it went from movie I thought we were getting, then the reveal, oh ha ha, and then the movie we got. It was this weird mixture of funny, unsettling, uncomfortable, endearing in a way in parts, sad, and fucked up.
Yeah.
All at different points. It just hit all these notes.
Yeah.
And I think... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think
I'm still kind of in shock with how good this was.
Right, yeah, and for being opposite ends of the spectrum with emotion, to go from sympathy and fear for the main character to in the end, kind of like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, disdain.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't until, and major spoilers now, because we've already spoiled the turn, when he smashed that dude's face in with the paint can, I was like, okay, this is real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because until then, I wrote down that I really liked the way the character of Ashley was not taking him seriously.
Uh-huh.
She kept like making a kind of a joke out of it, kind of
Yeah,
treating him like a child.
I think all of them still thought, okay, we can still get out of this.
Yeah, yeah.
And, this kid's going to get in trouble, but, that's it. But then murder.
Really, like, Home Alone on steroids.
Yeah, and full-blown premeditated murder.
Yeah, yeah. I did like, there's a few scenes that were just really, really, really well done. I liked when he nailed Ricky with the bat.
Uh-huh.
And then he's kind of like dancing around with the bat.
Uh-huh.
And then Ricky's getting back up. And then the little altercation happens and he hits him again. In that span of about 5 minutes, he went from seeming like, scared to cocky to scared to cocky again.
Yeah.
That is some damn good acting. I cannot say enough good things about that kid's acting. Like, holy crap. I wrote in my written review, both Luke and Garrett, the kids that played them, needed to be in it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think Levi Miller could have made a great main character. I think Garrett, who's Ed Oxenbould, I believe, he would have made a great nerd character.
Interesting thing, Garrett and Ashley were
from The Visit.
Yep,
brother and sister.
Which I recognized him immediately, but I didn't recognize her.
He was immediately. It took me a while to place them both, because he has a very distinct look about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, where do I know these people from? Because they both looked really familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forget, it's just like something he said. I was like, The Visit. And then Olivia DeJonge.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't place her until after I was doing research for my written review. I was like, oh crap, the brother and sister are reunited, which is pretty awesome.
Which I really liked her. She did it also very awesome job.
I mean, they all did, but this movie belonged to the character of Luke.
Yeah.
I mean, it belonged to him. It was just, if like Kevin from Home Alone was a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like, I knew it was like Home Alone, the horror movie, but I really thought it was just going to be a home invasion with these three kids holding it off. And no, we got Home Alone meets Norman Bates.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, some serious mommy issues going on here. I was just kind of the same way. I'm just like, holy crap. Like, okay. Nice little surprise. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And I gotta say, I loved the ending with her just flipping him off.
Yep.
Like, we don't get a full concrete ending, but it's enough that it's like, oh yeah, you're going down.
That's what's crazy, because like, you're rooting for him in the beginning, and by the end, you're like, you wanted to see him get. I mean, once he shot his friend. I was done with it. I was done. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what? Anything I had, any liking I had towards you is gone. So I really like the character of Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
That kid's another one to watch out for.
And it's like, it's interesting for everything that the boy's name, the main boy, Luke, for everything that he was dogging on Ashley about the guys that she's seen and the type of guys that she's seen, I'm like, well, you're treating your best friend exactly the same way.
Yeah, and his whole thing was, it was never his fault.
Yeah,
it was see what you made me do. So it was that psychological displacement,
and which is another subtle touch of something, the director and writer choosing that type of dialogue.
Right,
it's like somebody like that would be like that.
Exactly. I mean everything. I mean, the cinematography, the writing, the dialogue, the editing, everything was on point. The acting was stellar. In lesser hands, and the people who didn't have the chops to act as well as these people did, it wouldn't have been nearly as good.
Yeah, because you can direct someone all you want. If they're not capable of acting the part, it does no good.
Heather Langenkamp.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's in my
throat. But yeah, just fucking good job.
Yeah. Line of the film for me, I busted out laughing. If I had neighbors that could hear me, they would hear me. Are you sure you never sucked a man's cock? Was the funniest fucking line. Just the way she delivered it and the way Patrick Warburton played it. It's like,
yeah.
I wrote in my notes, I want to see a spin-off sitcom of just the mom and dad.
Uh-huh.
They were fantastic together. Like, holy crap. That was just, that was a funny fucking line. She's like, are you never in college? Never once? he's like, I'm allowed to like gay things. That was such a great bit of dialogue. I was like, oh no, you're leaving. I like you guys. Man, what else did I'll see if I wrote anything else. I did like how they used Luke's voice cracking with puberty. Like, because he would sound like really tough, and then he would be like, once he got kind of scared, his voice would crack.
Yeah.
Because he had to go to that higher pitch. Thought that was how they used that. I'm assuming it was on purpose, because everything looked, very deliberate in the film. Really well done. And the same thing with the character of Garrett, but to a lesser degree.
Yeah. Him, he played his part well. The entire just going along with the ride and just, I never expected it to go this far.
Yeah.
And just that killer last line of his, just that, I want my mommy.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Which is really kind of fucking creepy if you think about Luke's relationship with his mom.
Yeah.
Because that's what he wants too.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I didn't think about that until right now. But yeah, that's a nice bit of, overlap there. I did like when, I think he was talking to Ricky, I think. It was Garrett. He's like, get on your knees, please. Like, he was so polite. He's like, please get on your knees. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Just, fuck. And also to go along again with how the level of psycho that Luke was, to even have that dead body in the living room, to have her tied up, and I think Garrett was dead by this point, and to be out there with the carolers,
right? Yeah,
serving them hot chocolate,
with that fucking mask on his, like that, that normal kid mask on his face.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little nice touch.
A
little normalcy in the what the hell just happened.
Just, yeah.
I did like when after the line, "You're home aloneing him." I'm like, nice, nice. Like, very, very self-aware movie there. I did like after the poor guy got his face smashed in, they didn't show it right away.
No.
All you saw was like the yellow paint mixed with the red from the blood.
Yeah. The yellow paint coming down and then slowly blood coming down.
I thought it was such a nice touch. And they show it later, but it's done in a really cool way. This is one of those movies that's not in your face and over the top for the sake of it.
Yes.
Like, they could have done that scene and then immediately shown what Ashley was reacting to.
Yeah, like, you could have focused on the gore, and again, this is where less is more.
Exactly, because in my head, I'm like, we're running with it in our head. We're like, oh God, what does this look like? Holy crap, she's reacting to this. Oh my God. And they give us a glimpse, but then it's
and that's
done.
all that it is.
Yeah. And
it's still's not a clear shot.
And it's done in a tasteful way.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is embedded in his face. I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, holy crap. But yeah, I mean, I got about 2 pages of notes, but it was nothing but praise. And nothing, I mean, I wrote in my written review, I say it now. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry we spoiled it for you. Go see it anyway.
Yes.
If you've seen it and you loved it, leave a comment down below about how much you loved it. If you hated it, leave a comment so I can tell you how wrong you are.
Yes.
I mean, I rarely do that, but this is a really fucking good movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a really good movie. Like, and I'm not one to really like Christmas oriented horror.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually kind of about it, but this one was stellar across the board. Like, I had a feeling that me wanting to watch It Stains the Sands Red last night because I was really interested in that one and less interested in this one, that would flip flop, where Sands would disappoint me, but Better Watch Out would just like blow me away, and of course it happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
No complaints, but I'm like, yeah, of course. So yeah, just a phenomenal movie.
Mm-hmm. This one is definitely going up for one of our top movies for this month.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's that and Devil's Candy. They're I don't know. This one might have Devil's Candy beat though. I don't know. I mean, it could be the newness of it. I admit that.
Yes.
But at the same time, damn, this was good.
Yes.
And I think it was more because I think it might feel like it's surpassing Devil's Candy because I wasn't expecting this.
Mm-hmm.
With Devil's Candy, I'd heard some, feedback and good stuff about it, so I kind of knew that I might be getting a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's it's so new.
It was
I don't know, and I avoided all spoilers, so I got this unexpected wow.
And to me, I think this is one of those good things about releasing a movie so quickly to its announcement.
Right.
Because you don't have time to even get that, it's a good movie out there. And
which is, I like, personally.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I like not knowing.
And me, typically I don't mind spoilers.
I know.
But I will admit that I am okay with the fact that I did not know what was going to happen.
I'm glad I didn't know a damn thing about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It made it that much sweeter. So go see it. If you've seen it, it was awesome and you know it was awesome. And you can just nerd out with us nerding out about it because it was just so good.
Phenomenal.
So good. I can't say anything else about it. It was good, it was phenomenal, it was stellar, all the adjectives. It can have them all.
And once again, just kudos to Levi Miller.
Yeah, hell yeah. Damn. Keep an eye on that guy.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not a big star, I will be really surprised. All right, anything else you want to add?
No, I think we covered it.
Well, that's day 9. We're almost to the 1/3 of the way mark of our 31 days. So thank you for listening. Stay tuned for tomorrow's movie. We don't know what it is yet, but it'll be up. And in the meantime, we'll talk to you tomorrow. My name is Philip.
And I'm TJ.
And we'll talk to you then. Bye.
Bye.